Well, good evening again. It is so great to be with everyone this evening. I want to make sure to keep us on schedule. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I know I can count on my College of Education colleagues to get us quiet here. A lot of the teacher education out of that group, and they've taught me a thing or two through the years, so I really appreciate that on getting a room quiet here. But it is so great to be with you here this evening. My name is Dave Bambry. I am president of your University of Illinois Alumni Association. Thank you. Thank you. I want to welcome you to our 5th annual Homecoming Alumni Awards Gala. This event has become one of the highlights of our Homecoming Week celebration, and I'm delighted that you've chosen to join us this year. Our homecoming theme this year is Illinois Together Forever. And as I thought about the theme in a little more detail this year, I believe that it is the perfect fit for the Illinois family. The word together is a big part of what homecoming is about. It draws Illini who span generations, who have varying interests, and who have come from nations from all around the world. When you think about the word forever, we know that the university remains steadfast. Faces on campus may change over time, buildings may look a little bit different, Green Street may evolve, but Illinois will always be here for you. It will be a place for celebration and a place for pride. A place to create lasting memories, and a place that I hope you will always consider a home. In talking about forever, when the Alumni Association was founded in 1873, there were fewer than 100 alumni of this great institution. Today, we are quickly approaching 600,000 alumni around the world. Yes. And as the university has grown and evolved, so too has your Alumni Association. Today, we offer a rich assortment of services and programming designed to assist alumni in all stages of their life's journey. A big part of the Alumni Association's mission is building community, and something that we were founded on is building relationships for life. 2 examples of this include our 75 Illini clubs located across the globe. These clubs host over 300 events each year and engage thousands of our fellow alumni. Another great example of this is something that we call Illini Link, which is our online networking and mentorship platform that includes more than 12,000 alumni and current students. Built to help these individuals grow their careers, transition to new cities, and give back to the university in a variety of ways. All told, the Alumni Association is here to keep you connected to your classmates and to your alma mater, and to give you a voice in all things Illinois. Which brings us to this evening. We are so glad to be back at the beautiful Pear Tree Estates. It is owned and operated by 2 of our very own, Sisters Annie Murray Easterday, class of 2007, and Lauren Murray Miller, class of 2006. If you could join me in a round of applause for having us here. It's now maybe my most important job of the evening, and that is making sure we keep our program on pace. So if you could please begin enjoying your salads and make sure that we keep dinner on time tonight. So please feel free to begin. This evening, we celebrate Illini who bring honor to their alma mater through their outstanding accomplishments. Each year, the quality of the award nominees is incredible, and this year is no different. Selecting the recipients, I know, is an absolute Herculean task, and I want to thank the Alumni Association's Awards Committee, chaired by Amy Barklum, for another stellar year of awardees. Amy will be joining me a little bit later to present a couple of our awards. I would also like to acknowledge some important University of Illinois leaders who are joining us this evening. Chancellor Robert Jones and Lynn Hassan Jones, President Emeritus Bob Easter and Cheryl Easter. Director of Athletics, Josh Whitman. Vice Chancellor for Student Affairs, Danita Brown-Young. Associate Vice Chancellor for Student Success, Inclusion, and Belonging, Jim Hentz, who is also my co-chair on the Homecoming Committee. Jim, thank you so much. Dean of the College of Aces, Armand Bolero and Petra Jelenik. Dean of the College of Education, Kristala Musa. Dean of the Granger Engineering College, Dean of the Granger College of Engineering, excuse me very much, Rasha Bashir and Masuda Bashir. Dean of the College of Liberal Arts and Sciences, Venetia Patton. Dean of the Carle Illinois College of Medicine, Mark Cohen and Erica Person. Interim Dean of the College of Fine and Applied Arts, Peter Mortensen. And Director of the Craner Center for the Performing Arts, Mike Ross and Taya Ludarowski Ross. Thank you all so much for joining us and for supporting this evening. The Alumni Association prides itself on continuing to innovate and prosper, thanks in large part to the leadership of our board of directors, chaired by Norma Lauder, a Gies College of Business graduate. Norma, if I could please ask you and all attending board members to stand and be recognized for your service. And lastly, before we get to the awards portion of the night, I'd like to thank my Alumni Association colleagues for all of the work that they put into this great evening and homecoming week as a whole. It is a tremendous amount of work, but I think it pays off when we look around the room on a great night tonight. So please join me in thanking them as well. Now let's get to why we're here this evening, and that's the awards portion. It is my honor to introduce Liay, who earned his master's in education from Illinois in 1962 and received an honorary doctorate degree in 2023. Dr. Liu, as I have come to know him, will bestow the award that carries his name and reflects his legacy as past executive director of the Alumni Association. Liu, please join me on stage to introduce our 2024 Liay Spirit Award, Dave Scott.
I'm going to get all choked up. Thank you so much. That is just incredible. What a great evening. And it's, I have to admit, it's such an honor to me to have an award named after me. And honestly, I love being the spirit of Illinois. I take it very seriously. Thank you. But I also believe that everyone in this room has that same spirit, and I thank you for all that you do for our great university, and I mean that. Before the introduction of Dave, I'd like to have you give a hand to David Bamber, who's done, you just did the staff, but give him a hand. A great job at the beautiful evening, just great. And I would be remiss to not remember Jen Dillevue. It was her vision to have this splendid evening some 5 or 6 years ago. Jen is still missed, but her creativity and her imaginative effort for everything that Illinois stands for. So thank you, Jen, and a great lady. Now it's my honor to introduce the Liay Spirit Award for 2024. I'm still getting used to this doctor thing. I remember a year ago I said, sounds pretty good, and it does. But I get mail sometimes, Dr. Liay, and I wonder who that's for. Thank you, Chancellor Jones. It's now my honor to introduce David Clark, David earned his civil engineering degree from the Granger College of Engineering in 1977. He's a staunch supporter of the University of Illinois and its athletic program. In fact, this year will mark the 48th consecutive year he's cheered on the Fighting Illini football and basketball team. David hasn't missed a home game since becoming a season ticket holder in 1975, and I'm giving away his age now, 1975. I always do that by 21 and then figure out 75 to whatever it is now. To keep the streak alive, he's done everything from rearranging family events to flying home from Disneyland. David's a basketball season ticket holder and is a member of the Quarterback Club, Rebounders Club, and Division of Interclassic Fan Council. Give a big hand to David Clark. I'm getting out of the way. Yeah. Thank you.
Well, let's get this started right then. ILL. All right, that's the way we're going. This is what it's about, spirit, right? Okay. Lou, thank you very much for that kind introduction. I'm just extremely honored about this. I never would have expected something like this. It means a lot to me, and it's not just for me as being the alum of the University of Illinois, but my wife, Jeanette, who was a Western alum, but she's an Illini through blue, and my son and daughter, the whole family. This is a family award that we've done from years and years and years. They told me I had a couple minutes, but I think I'm going to pull like a Jim Valvano thing when he did the ESPY awards, I'm going to take a little bit more. But there's just a lot of people to thank here. First of all, I want to thank Lou and his wife, Mary. Thank you, and it's been a pleasure to have the opportunity to meet you, and we're going to be lifelong friends, without a doubt. John and Kathy. John's the one that kind of nominated, but I know Kathy's the one that probably wrote it because she's a school teacher. He's an engineer, and we don't know how to write, right? And we got Matt Davidson and his wife Z over here. They wrote nice little letters of support. And Emily Tarter, or not Tarter anymore, it's Roberts, that's from Elmwood, where we had a business there, and she babysitted our kids and everything. She's an alum, and had a little part in the sorority house remodel that is coming up in October. So she's a part of that. I'm looking forward to being there for that too. Over the years, there's probably other people I should be thanking. I probably have missed somebody, but this has been really great. As Lou said, we've been there for years and years and years doing this for the Athletic Association and football and basketball programs. We started out in, I don't know, what was that, 1977. We had a little car and we tailgated in Lot E there by where the Smith Center is now. And we ate out of the trunk, and then a couple kids come along, and they come along, and now it's a truck with a orange and blue trailer with a big chief on the side of it. It's just something that's grown over the years, and it's just a family thing. And then we tell it, if you're coming to a football game, stop by. We tailgate with anybody. We love people coming. All you got to do is show up, and that's what we want. It's kind of a family event for us. Let me change my page here. So I guess I go back to a little bit as, when did my journey really start? And it started back in 1960. I was 6 years old at that time. I lived in a little town called Cuba, Illinois. Most of you may not know where that's at, but it's over in west central Illinois. And our head football coach at the time, my dad was an assistant football coach. His name was Tom Zabrak. He played on the 47 Illini team that went to the Rose Bowl and beat UCLA, and he was our head coach. And every year he would take a couple bus loads of players and whoever else, cheerleaders and stuff like that, to a game, and we'd always stop at a little burger joint on Prospect, and right next to it was a putt-putt place, right? So we'd eat burgers, go play some miniature golf, and go to the football game. When he left and became the coach of Canton, Illinois, my dad took that over and kept that whole thing going. It's been going on. I don't know if they still do it, but that's kind of where my thing started, was years and years and years ago. Get on to the next one. For me, that was kind of my start. And then 1974, 75 was my first year here at the university. Coming from a small town, 2,000 people or less, I think, at the time. It was a big deal. I had a class of 80 students in my graduating class. It was huge for somebody to come to the University of Illinois. I loved it. I embraced everything about it. The sporting events, going to all the different venues there was, I visited every building. I wanted to know everything there. Now, things have changed since that, 1977, when I graduated. But, that was just kind of part of that journey, as being able to do that. I think the last thing I want to talk about, we've gained a lot of friends, and we met a lot of people over all these years, coming to football and basketball games, being involved in things at the university. But I think, in fact, I know, or my wife and I would both say, the thing that we probably are going to cherish the most in our life has just happened in the last couple of years. And that's where we met Magnus Muller, who is a football player right now, and Sydney Stevens, who's a women's soccer player. And they both came to a meet and greet thing that they had for athletes, that we brought our business there, and we were talking about that. And it just one thing led to another. And we were able to personally do something on the NIL thing with both of those students. And it enabled them to do things that not everybody got to do. It enabled them to help people. And that's what we were about. Just do something that's going to help your hometown, the university, whatever. And they've gone all over the United States and helped. Sydney went out to California. She's been playing soccer. Magnus goes back home to Denmark and does things there talking about the University of Illinois. And I know they are going to be fantastic alumni for this university and supporters of this university. And it just means a lot to us to have the ability to help sponsor them and feel like part of a family here, especially with Magnus not having any family here at all. It's been a great thing for us and them. So I'm going to end there. I want to thank John and Kathy again, Lou, Mary, thank you very much. And I'm so honored for this. Thank you very much. ILL.
Thank you so much, Dave and Lou. The next award this evening is the Young Alumni Award. Established in 2020, this award honors alumni 35 years of age or younger who are leaders in their professional and civic endeavors. The first recipient of this year's Young Alumni Award is Scott L. Lichtenthal. Scott received his MBA from the Gies College of Business in 2021, and he is a recognized leader in the emerging field of artificial intelligence. A senior vice president of advanced analytics products at MasterCard, he and his team build and manage a portfolio of software and data products and services that incorporate best-in-class AI and machine learning. Prior to joining MasterCard, Scott held leadership positions at Procter & Gamble, Gartner, and Booz Allen Hamilton. In 2024, he was honored by AIM Research as one of the 100 leaders who are propelling the AI and analytics industry globally. Scott, please welcome to the stage.
The real award is being told I'm still eligible to be a young alumni. But in all reality, first and foremost, thank you to the University of Illinois Alumni Association for this incredible honor. When I think about my time at Illinois, one word really comes to mind, and that's community. Yes, even though I attended Illinois during a time when there was a pandemic that was telling us to separate and to distance ourselves, It was Illinois where I found a sense of connection and really pulled us all together. My journey at Geese began in 2019. I had the privilege of being one of the first fully remote classes at Geese. I was there with a bunch of other professionals looking to better themselves while balancing work and practically life. And that's what made it particularly special. Even while remote, I felt connected, supported, not just as a student, but also as a new parent trying to juggle it all. The Illinois community didn't happen by accident. It was a conscious effort to create a safe space, a space where everyone felt included, whether they were on campus or Zooming from their living room. It was during those late night projects, coordinated across time zones, that I truly felt the magic of this place. We might have been miles apart, but it felt together. So, to my professors who navigated the challenges of online teaching with grace and with humor, thank you for fostering that sense of belonging. And also to my fellow alumni, as well as students, who prove that every day, adversity doesn't diminish the spirit that comes with Illinois. Thank you for being an inspiring community. In a world where I was told to stay apart, Illinois was really the thing that helped bring us all together. And for that, I'm forever grateful. So here's to the power of community, to the bonds that distance do not break, and to all of us who call Illinois home, whether near or far. So thank you again, and go Illini.
Thank you so much, Scott. Our next Young Alumni Award recipient is Anna L. Oldani. She earned her Bachelor's of Science degree in 2012, her Master's of Science degree in 2014, and her PhD in 2019, all from the Granger College of Engineering. Anna has made a name for herself in sustainable aviation research and policy. As the Federal Aviation Administration's Chief Scientific and Technical Advisor for Environmental and Energy, she oversees university research at the Aviation Sustainability Center of Excellence and works with the aviation industry on the Continuous Lower Energy Emissions and Noise Program, which aims to accelerate development of new aircraft and engine technologies. Anna is also part of the Sustainable Aviation Fuel Grand Challenge, a coordinated effort across federal agencies to advance sustainable aviation goals. For her efforts, she received a Secretary of Energy Achievement Award in 2022. As a co-leader of the Fuels Task Force for the Committee on Aviation Environmental Protection, Anna facilitates international and technical cooperation. In 2023, she received a Secretary of Transportation Award for her work on the U.S. Aviation Climate Action Plan, which outlines how the U.S. aviation sector will reach net zero greenhouse gas emissions by 2050. Please join me in welcoming Anna to the stage.
I was hoping my remarks would be here. That's what they said they would do, so they're here. Great. Okay. What a great night, seeing old friends and making many new ones. Fall was always my favorite time on campus, and it's truly a joy to be here this year. I'd first like to start off by thanking the University of Illinois Alumni Association for putting together this truly wonderful evening and the entire weekend of activities. I'm looking forward to my first homecoming and hopefully the first of very many. Also, a heartfelt congratulations to my fellow awardees. I've met several of you tonight. Your accomplishments are inspiring and reflect not only the incredible educational program here at Illinois, but also your individual effort and perseverance to achieve great things. I'm deeply honored to receive this Young Alumni Award from the University of Illinois, and I am truly grateful for this moment to reflect on the journey that has brought me here. First and foremost, I do want to extend my heartfelt thanks to my advisor. For anyone going through a PhD or having done one, you know that your advisor plays a very critical role in everything that you do. Professor Tong-Hung Lee, his guidance and support were truly instrumental in shaping my path to the Federal Aviation Administration. His mentorship went beyond just the research. He taught me the true value of leadership, and that is that you need to bring up those around you and give them opportunities to grow and shine. His belief in my potential opened new opportunities for me to create a really unique career and pursue my passions. I also want to express my sincere gratitude to the many other professors. As you heard, I got all of my degrees here, so I went through many classes at Illinois, who left their mark on me during my years at Illinois. In particular, the incredible professors and staff of the HEF Technology and Management program, as well as the Campus Honors program. Really special courses and special opportunities to meet students from, beyond engineering, from all different degree programs. The lessons from all those classes, and importantly, the relationships and experiences from those years, I still carry with me to this day. My rich and varied education here at Illinois has contributed to my understanding and growth in countless ways. A lot of times people joke, what from your college courses do you actually take and use in your day-to-day? Astonishingly many, especially some of the electives that I really wish I had the opportunity to take more classes in. So I really appreciate just the breadth of education that I got here at Illinois and that I've been able to use in my day-to-day work. A special thank you goes to my fellow peers, the various groups I was lucky to be a part of, especially SWE, the Society of Women Engineers. These organizations, these extracurriculars, really played a crucial role in my time at Illinois. And for any current students, I would really encourage you to keep pursuing those extracurricular groups and organizations. The friendships, leadership opportunities, and experiences I gained through these groups were invaluable, and they really provided a platform to develop my skills and build lasting connections. To my lifelong friends, including my random freshman year roommate here that is here today, your encouragement through the highs and lows have truly been a source of strength throughout my journey. To my family, everything you've done has brought me here today. You're the ones I looked up to and that pushed me to be my absolute best. You're the ones that raised me in a way to instill the values that are the core of my work and the curiosity that drives these ideas. Even the occasional nudge, and this is kind of a funny story, I really wanted to be animal sciences. I wanted to be a vet, and my dad said, let's go visit the vet school. And sure enough, we went. I don't remember much of it, no offense to any vet or pre-vet. It was not for me. And so I ended up actually in ag engineering instead of animal sciences. And here I am. I ended up doing mechanical, which my dad was mechanical, my brother was mechanical, and I said I would never do it. But you kind of have to just go with what you know. Your unwavering support, sacrifices, and love are the foundation upon which all my achievements are built. And I know just how proud my dad would have been to see us all here today. Finally, to the University of Illinois, thank you for providing the education and opportunities that have profoundly impacted my career. The rigorous academic environment and collaborative spirit fostered here gave me the tools to excel in my work today. The knowledge and skills I acquired through my Illinois experience have been pivotal in my role, enabling me to build relationships that help us all push the boundaries and explore new skies in sustainable aviation. And if anyone has questions on aviation, feel free to find me. And I know I'm going over my time, but I'm just getting a little distracted. So this award is truly not just personal, but a testament to the collective efforts of my mentors, colleagues, and the truly vibrant community here at the University of Illinois. So I'm thrilled to share this special moment with my new husband, Scott. We got married last Saturday. No, this is not our honeymoon, for people asking. Scott, your presence here today makes this occasion even more meaningful and memorable. And yeah, what better way to celebrate 1 week married? I had it in there. So anyway, thank you again for this incredible honor, and I can't wait for what's next. ILL.
Scott, we've got an honorary alumni award coming up later. We might be, in the category for future years here. We'll see how things go. Thank you so much, Anna. Next is our Diversity and Inclusion Award. Established in 2020, this award is presented to alumni who demonstrate a commitment to diversity, equity, inclusion, and belonging through their professional or volunteer achievements. They promote cross-culturalism, open-mindedness, and respect within the University of Illinois community and beyond. This year's Diversity and Inclusion Award recipient is Michelle Tjelmeland. Michelle received her Master's of Education from Illinois in the year 2000, and her lifelong dream of being a teacher ended when she became profoundly deaf at the age of 24. Michelle turned to technology to address her hearing loss and her need for a new livelihood. She underwent successful cochlear implant surgery, which led her to found the nonprofit Cochlear Implant Awareness Foundation to assist others. In 1999, Michelle launched eWebSmart, a digital brand identity company, and since then she's also launched District 23 Mercantile and Foundry, a retail and online fashion boutique. Proceeds from District 23 have provided millions of dollars worth of cochlear equipment to those in need. In addition, Michelle has served in leadership roles for various organizations and is a strong promoter of her local community. Please join me in welcoming Michelle.
Thank you all so much. It is truly such an honor to be here with such incredible individuals. When I was notified of this award, I had no idea that I was even nominated. And so that makes this evening even a little bit more special. My family is here with me tonight, and it was my daughter that nominated me. So that makes it just a little bit more special. But I am profoundly happy to accept the Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Award on behalf of the University of Illinois. Founding the Cochlear Implant Awareness Foundation was born from a deep passion. Never would I ever imagine that it would lead to recognition quite like this. This work is an integral part of who I am, and this recognition is a testament to the collective efforts of all of those committed to building a more inclusive and equitable world. Imagine a world where laughter is just a vibration, where the voices of a loved one are distant memories, and where silence is the loudest sound that you know. For over 70 million people, that's a reality. Deafness just isn't the absence of sound, it's the isolation from conversations and the challenge of navigating a world who is designed for those who hear. It's the missed punchline of a joke, the inability to hear the soothing words of a loved one, and the struggle to feel included in the most simplest of social interactions. At age 24, I lost my hearing and I went profoundly deaf while pregnant with our daughter Ellie, who was also born deaf. No history of hearing loss in our family. I was forced to quit my job as a 7th and 8th grade teacher because I could no longer hear. Eventually, Ellie and I became bilateral cochlear implant recipients. I started a blog to share my journey and connect with others facing similar challenges in what began as an endeavor out of the basement of our home grew into the Cochlear Implant Awareness Foundation, also known as CIAF, an established 501c3 in 2005. Can't believe we're approaching 20 years next year. CIAF provides information, education, awareness, and resources, and also cochlear implant equipment to those in need and cannot afford it. Over the past 2 decades, we've connected thousands of individuals and families with critical resources and cochlear implant equipment, often unavailable through local healthcare systems. We've worked with manufacturers and their research and development teams to improve cochlear implants. We've raised awareness in schools, businesses, and helped families to better support those with hearing loss. Our advocacy efforts have taken us to Capitol Hill, where we successfully pushed for changes in laws, ensuring insurance companies cover cochlear implants. And we also worked to help get the implementation of mandatory newborn hearing screenings in Illinois, giving every child the best possible start. As an individual with a disability and the mother of a child with a disability, I bring a unique perspective to this work. I understand on a deeply personal level the challenges and triumphs that come with navigating a world not always designed with us in mind. This dual experience fuels my passion and commitment to ensuring that others have access to the support, resources, and equipment they need to thrive. Our foundation is one of the few dedicated to this important work, and we've built a significant resource holding one of the largest cochlear implant equipment banks in the world. To explain, our foundation provides cochlear implant equipment to recipients in need who could no otherwise afford it. Through our Here Again program, our foundation has provided nearly $8 million worth of cochlear implant equipment to recipients just in the last 9 years. We send equipment to developing countries where assistance is scarce or non-existent. We've served as a hearing health partner and top sponsor for the Romanian Hearing Health Project of international teams. We provided just shy of $500,000 of equipment to help found their clinic. We've also assisted patients at more than 400 clinics, such as Mayo Clinic, Cleveland Clinic, Vanderbilt, many children's hospitals, UCLA, Johns Hopkins, Baylor, NYU, and of course, my most favorite clinic of all, Carle Clinic, right here in Champaign-Urbana. Carle Clinic is where my daughter and I received our cochlear implants. It holds a special place in our heart. I should also mention we respect diverse choices within the deaf and hard of hearing community and acknowledge that different paths are equally valid. Cochlear implants aren't for everyone, but for many, like me, and like our daughter, it can be life-changing. I'd also like to acknowledge a privilege that I've had throughout this journey. And while my path has been marked by significant challenges, I recognize that my access to resources, education, and support have enabled me to advocate for others effectively. This privilege, however, comes with responsibility to use my position to amplify the voices who are often unheard. We believe access to sound should be a universal right, should one so choose. Sharing our stories fosters hope, and it creates inclusive spaces where individuals with disabilities feel valued, understood, and heard. My inspiration comes from understanding that our efforts, no matter how small, can lead to monumental changes. It's about the belief that every person, regardless of their background or circumstances, deserves the opportunity to experience the fullness of life. It's the story of individuals and families who, for the first time, hear a loved one's voice, the laughter of a child, and that is what reminds us why this work is so vital. As we celebrate today, let us pause to remember that each of us has the power to contribute to diversity, equity, and inclusion. This award is both a reminder of the work we've done and a call to action for the work that still lies ahead. Let us continue to challenge inequality, to lift each other up, and to create a world where diversity, equity, and inclusion are not just ideals, but realities. In closing, I'd like to thank you for this honor, to the college, to the alumni staff, to the chancellor, to the president, to all of you here tonight giving me your time and attention. I extend my deepest and most sincere gratitude. I am so humbled to receive this honor. And most importantly, I must thank my family who is here tonight. My husband, my daughters Ellie and Lucy, thank you for your never-ending patience and all your support. And most importantly, thank you for believing in my dream. I would never be here without you. I love you all so much. Thank you all.
Thank you so much, Michelle, and again, congratulations. It is now time for us to break for dinner. I will be back with you all shortly. I hope you enjoy the meal and the fellowship, and I will be back with you in just a few moments. Thank you so much. Well, welcome back, everyone. We're going to go ahead and start the second half of our program for the evening. Thank you all so much. I hope you all enjoyed dinner, and I again would like to welcome you back to the second half of our program this evening. We're now ready to present the Honorary Alumni Award. In 2019, the UIAA created this award to recognize outstanding non-alumni whose commitment to Illinois runs deep. To date, we've honored University of Illinois President Emeritus Stanley O. Eikenberry, the beloved first couple of Illinois basketball, head coach Lou and Mary Henson, the artistic engine behind Krannert Center for the Performing Arts, Mike Ross and Taya Ludarowski Ross, and Chaz Ebert, wife and business partner of beloved Illinois alumnus Roger Ebert, who serves as CEO of Ebert Digital and is the co-founder, producer, and host of the annual Ebertfest Film Festival. To introduce this year's honorary alumnus, I would like to invite Amy Barklam, chair of the UIA's Alumni Awards Committee, to join me. Amy has traveled all the way from Surrey, England, where until earlier this year, she served as managing director and chief control officer of HSBC's investment banking business. She currently serves as chair of the board of trustees for the not-for-profit Days for Girls UK. Please join me in welcoming Amy to the stage.
Thank you, David, and thank you, everybody. You will recognize this year's honorary alumnus as the voice of the Illini. Brian Barnhart is a broadcaster for WDWS, WHMS in Champaign. When he isn't calling games for the Fighting Illini, he also hosts the long-running talk show Penny for Your Thoughts on News Talk 1400 and 93.9 FM. Brian has endeared himself to Illini over the past 2 decades. He grew up in Tolono, Illinois, and began attending U of I sporting events as a child. He started his broadcasting career as a campus radio announcer for Liberty University in Lynchburg, Virginia. From there, he called high school and college football and basketball games and minor league baseball in Virginia and Oklahoma. In 1998, Brian became the radio play-by-play announcer for the Anaheim, now the LA Angels. When he returned to Illinois in 2000, he joined the WDWS morning show team. Occasionally, he filled in for longtime Illini sportscaster and colleague Jim Turpin. When Jim retired in 2002, Brian succeeded him. Brian is married to U of I alumna Liay Barnhart, who received her master's in education from Illinois, and is the executive director of the Lincoln Academy of Illinois. Brian, welcome to the stage.
All right, I brought my laptop. All right. 2 things, as I stand before you tonight, 2 things I'm not used to, and I do all the time, is I'm not used to talking for less than 2 to 3 hours. Okay, so don't be alarmed. It's 5 minutes. I will keep it short. 2, contrary to what you might think, we do not wear a tuxedo on the radio. So that doesn't happen either. But first of all, thank you to the Alumni Association for this tremendous honor. I'm so pleased to have my beautiful wife, Leanne, with me tonight, as well as my 2 awesome daughters, my siblings, co-workers, and friends. When I think of who has been an honorary alum before, and they just ran through the list, I'm deeply humbled. I'm not sure I belong in that rarefied air, but I am pleased to be standing before you tonight accepting this honor. It is true I did not attend the University of Illinois, but what happens here on a daily basis has never been far from my mind and my heart. I was raised an Illini fan about 20 minutes from this spot on a small farm west of Tolono. I grew up listening to Illini football and basketball games on WDWS with great play-by-play announcers like Larry Stewart and Jim Turpin, bringing the games into our living room or in the barn or on our tractor or on a combine. I also spent a lot of time reading sports columns, which I still do, by the way, written by my now friend and colleague, Lauren Tate. To say the least, I was invested in the orange and blue early in life. We couldn't attend a lot of football games. That was harvest season, you know. But my dad was a longtime basketball season ticket holder. He would take me and my siblings to Illini basketball games every winter, and since we had 2 tickets, my dad would use 1. And me being the oldest sibling, I got my pick of whatever games I wanted to go. And of course, I had choices, and I always loved to see Indiana come to the Assembly Hall. Okay? I hated those candy striped pants. Okay? Right? By the way, I still do. I also would usually pick a game versus Iowa, who I also don't like very much, frankly. It was a great day for this little farm kid from Tolono when my Illini would get a victory, especially over the Hoosiers or the Hawkeyes. My dad would listen often to the games sitting in the stands with his new device called a Walkman radio. I remember those? Raise your hand, you're a certain age, you'll know what I mean. Well, anyway, he would sit in the stands and he would pass along tidbits that Larry Stewart or Jim Turpin might be sharing on the air. Or he would poke and say, what does Tate think? Or I would ask him, what does Tate say? What is he thinking? After some games, we might walk over to the radio booth and try to listen as Turpin and Tate would interview Coach Henson on the postgame show. Other nights, if the game was already decided, we might leave early, sprinting through the snowy parking lots to get to our car, which was usually parked, I say usually, always, at the hog barns where the research park is now, or the sheep barn where the Liay Hotel is now. For some reason, and my siblings will nod in agreement, my dad refused to pay to park. And I guess because of my current job, I still don't pay to park. So comes full circle. So that's pretty good. When I went away to college at Liberty University in Lynchburg, Virginia, my fandom never wavered. We had 1 community TV in the dorm, which I know is hard to imagine if you're a certain age. You're like, what? And I would try to get to the TV set early on a Saturday, and if Illinois football was playing, I would stand there until the game came on so no one could change the TV channel. And they were like, well, you want to watch an Illinois game? Why do you want to do that? I've been fortunate to do a lot of sportscasting in 40 years, everything from high school to college football and basketball as well as hockey. No matter what team I was working for, the Liberty Flames, the Lynchburg Mets, the Salem Buccaneers, the Oklahoma City 89ers, Blazers, Chiefs, and finally the Anaheim and Los Angeles Angels, I enjoyed them all. But I had to learn about the history of those teams. I had to figure out what was important to those fan bases, really sound excited when good things did happen, which was great. That was part of my job, and I know who signs my paycheck. I mean, it's obvious. But being the voice of the Illini is different. This is my team, my coaches, my players. And I've been lucky, starting with Ron Turner and Ron Zook to now with Brett Bielema in football, and starting with Bill Self, Bruce Weber to Brad Underwood in basketball. I've been able to work with the top coaches in the business. I have so much respect for what they do every single day. And I also appreciate the professionalism and kindness they show to me every day. I think the passion I have for the Illini comes through on the radio because I don't have to learn about the history of this place. I grew up with it. It's a part of who I am. It means so much to me to almost daily hear from current students, fans, as well as Illinois alums across the country and around the world about how much they enjoy the radio broadcast and how connected they feel to the Illini through me and my broadcast colleagues over the years, like Jim Grabowski and Kurt Kittner, Jerry Hester, Stephen Bardo, Dion Thomas, Doug Altenberger, and Martin O'Donnell, as well as Steve Kelly and Ed Bond. Like me on that Tolono farm all those years ago, I hear from farmers who are listening in the fields on those glorious football afternoons, or in some workplace listening to a basketball game on a cold winter night. It all means one thing to me. I am certainly not bigger than the University of Illinois, but I am grateful that I can be the eyes and ears of Illini fans everywhere and bring that Illini spirit to them. There have been many great moments. You can cheer for any of these, by the way, winning multiple Big Ten championships. There you go. Calling a national championship basketball game. Beating number 1 Ohio State in football in Columbus. Calling, yep, got that one. I'm glad we went for it on 4th and short, by the way. Beating Tyler Griffith beating Indiana. There's the Hoosiers again. Beating Iowa to win the Big Ten title. But the greatest joy, that was a great one too, but the greatest joy is getting to know the great Illini coaches and players and getting to know many of you through being on the radio. Earlier, I mentioned my dad's listening to the Illini games on his headset in the Assembly Hall, as it was known then. During a timeout of my first basketball game as voice of the Illini full-time in 2002, I looked up to section B46, row 2, and there he was. I saw he had his Walkman radio on, and he was listening to me call the Illini game. He waved and gave me a thumbs up. It's a moment I still cherish because I had come full circle. From that little farm kid from Tolono in the stands to sitting courtside at the greatest arena in the country with the best seat in the house with the greatest fans in the world. Thank you again to the Alumni Association for this amazing award. All I can say is, how do you like that? And go Illini!
Congratulations, Brian. I'm thrilled to be the first person to welcome you officially as the latest University of Illinois alumnus. Now, we're ready to present the Distinguished Service Award. This award was established in 1972 and is presented to alumni, faculty, staff, and friends whose consistent and exceptional service to the university has made a significant impact on the institution's overall welfare and to the advancement of our mission. This year's recipients are James Evans, who received his PhD from the College of Media in 1968, and his wife Marlene Evans. Jim joined the Illinois faculty in 1962 as an agricultural communication instructor in the College of Agricultural, Consumer, and Environmental Sciences. During his tenure, he served in several leadership positions, including head of the Office of Agricultural Communications. Jim drove the development of the Agricultural Communications program at Illinois. He helped recruit high school students who excelled in 4-H public speaking, contests, and communications. He introduced new technology into the classroom, including the use of the telelecture, to bring professionals into his classroom by amplified phone. He also made tape recordings of his grading comments for his students. In 1982, Jim helped establish what is now regarded as the first international student-faculty exchange program in agricultural comms. He also helped found and develop the Agricultural Communications Documentation Center, otherwise known as ACDC, an on-site and online searchable collection of agricultural literature. In 1970, he helped students establish ACT, the American Association of Agricultural Communicators of Tomorrow. I have a lot of words there's a lot of acronyms. He served as ACT's faculty advisor and as coordinator of its national headquarters for 25 years. In retirement, Jim volunteers at ACDC and continues to support agricultural communications programs. His wife, Marlene, joined him to advise the 4-H House sorority for 25 years. Their home in Philo, Illinois, became a hub for students where the couple held their fabled sheep pasture shuffles. Marlene joined Jim for professional meetings and in international travel while raising their 3 children. The couple has generously supported ACDC and other university initiatives. They've also garnered support for an endowed chair in agricultural communications. Please join me in welcoming both Jim and Marlene.
I lost my voice somewhere along the line, but I hope you can hear me. Marlene and I are delighted to extend our greetings this evening. We sincerely thank the Alumni Association for this unexpected honor. In 1954, I should say first, recently we observed our 70th wedding anniversary. Marlene is here with us this evening. She's not able to be with me on the podium here, but she's with us in spirit, certainly. In 1954, we had loaded our few belongings into a 1948 Studebaker Starlight coupe and headed to our first home together in Wisconsin. As we approached Green Bay, we knew we had a $1,000 loan to repay from my college expenses in Iowa State College. Marlene had completed a year of nurses training. We had $7 in cash, and I had a first job on WBAY, a TV station, CBS TV station, radio station in Green Bay. We also knew I had a tour of duty ahead in the U.S. Air Force during that Korean War time. Well, beyond that, we didn't know what the future held for us, but we felt hopeful, enthusiastic about adventures ahead. They've been amazing for us through our family, our faith journey, and what turned out to be a surprise career, an academic career at the University of Illinois. They also involved Marlene's active service in the life of our community, Philo, nearby here. Both of us found pleasure in associating with young men and women who were searching for their career directions and preparing for it. They have always amazed us in their talents, their creativity, their inspiring efforts. Some have become lifelong friends. Our experiences with students and colleagues at home and abroad have enriched our lives. We also have enjoyed and valued our connections with the University of Illinois in a broader sense. What a privilege it is to partner with this special university in the important land grant mission pursuing service to citizens and across Illinois and around the world through learning and discovery, engagement, and economic development. The spirit of the University of Illinois family warms our hearts. Our future remains unknown. Even at this age, though, we find ourselves approaching it with familiar feelings of hope, anticipation, and gratitude. Thank you for your encouragement through this recognition, and best wishes to each of you in your life adventures. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Jim and Marlene, and congratulations again, and thank you to Amy for your help in honoring those award winners. Now it is my honor to call to the stage Illinois Chancellor Robert Jones to bestow this year's Alumni Achievement Awards. Since joining the University of Illinois, Urbana-Champaign as its 10th chancellor in 2016, Chancellor Jones has led the institution to many significant milestones, including the launch of the nation's first engineering-based medical school, the Carle Illinois College of Medicine. He oversaw the creation of the university's first vice-chancellor-level diversity office, and he increased our commitment to accessibility through the Illinois Commitment Scholarship Program. Chancellor Jones also launched a $50 million initiative to hire new faculty and spearheaded Boldly Illinois Strategic Plan 2030. His unwavering commitment saw the U of I through the COVID-19 pandemic and the university's valiant efforts resulting in affordable and accurate COVID testing. Additionally, financial support for Illinois has grown tremendously under Chancellor Jones's leadership. The With Illinois fundraising campaign surpassed its ambitious $2.25 billion goal a year ahead of schedule. With that, I'm pleased to welcome to the stage Chancellor Robert Jones.
Thank you, David, and thanks to all of you for your unwavering support. Our first Alumni Achievement Award recipient is George W. Lundeen. George earned his MFA in 1973 from the College of Fine and Applied Arts. He is the president of Lundeen Sculpture, a visual arts studio founded in Loveland, Colorado in the mid-1970s. A native of Holdridge, Nebraska, George was a Fulbright Hays Scholar who studied in Florence, Italy. George has sculptured portraits and interpretive work for universities, municipalities, foundations, and corporations. At Illinois, his commissioned work includes the iconic statue of football legend Red Grange at Memorial Stadium. Yes, that deserves a round of applause. And George was not finished with us. He also carved in one of Dick Bucker's at the Henry Dale and Betty Smith Football Performance Center. In addition, the University of Illinois Springfield commissioned George to create a sculpture of Abraham Lincoln for its campus. And George is absolutely beautiful. I try to touch it every time I go there. George's work is also displayed at the U.S. Capitol, the Air Force Academy, Coors Field, the University of Pennsylvania, Nike, and dozen other prominent places. His subjects include Benjamin Franklin, Robert Frost, business entrepreneur Red McComb, astronaut Jack Swigert, among many, many others. A member of the National Academy of Design and National Sculpture Society, George has been recognized by the Allied Artists of America and the North America Sculpture Exhibition. So George, please join us on stage to receive your award.
Thank you, Chancellor Jones. You could just keep talking. I'll sit down. That sounded pretty good. Ladies and gentlemen, and fellow alumni, and congratulations to all of the other award winners. I'm really proud to be here today. My son would say, "Dad, you're really humble, aren't you?" I said, "Yeah, I really am, honey." Anyway, as a proud alumni of this institution, it's great to have a recognition from the University of Illinois, which comes deep from my heart. From the cornfields of Nebraska to the University of Illinois to a sculpture studio in Loveland, Colorado, my journey's been kind of a wild ride. Some days are better than others. But with the guidance, inspiration, and education I received here, were all instrumental in my vision and career. I'm grateful for my mentor, Frank Gallo, and I'd like to thank Frank's son, Joey, and his daughter-in-law, Stephanie, for joining me at the table tonight. Frank was a great sculptor here in town. And of course, every sculpture I do, I strive to find the essence of the human spirit and the beauty that we have in shared experiences. And today I was out early this morning, and working on both the sculptures I have at the stadium, and I had a kid working with me named Andrew. He ran the lift for me while I was doing the maintenance work on those pieces. I try to do that every couple of years to make sure they're nice and shiny. But we got to one point there, and I had the brush out and I had the wax out, and I looked over at Andrew and I said, "You know, I bet I'm the only guy here today that can say he waxed both Red Grange and Dick Buttigieg's ass." Sorry about that. But that was not in my prepared speech. I told Josh about that earlier this evening. He said, "You got to say something about that." And of course, in Warren Hood, I have to thank these guys, Josh and Warren, and of course Ed McMillan and all the McMillan boys. They're the reason why itinerant sculptors such as myself can be up here talking to you guys. And it's a testament to, I'm back to reading what I'm doing here. It's a testament to the collaborative spirit of communities such as the University of Illinois and the athletic department. And of course, I have to really thank my friend Dick Butkus, and I wish I would have known Red Grange because I understand he was a great guy. And as you do these sculptures of people, you read about them as much as you can, and you try to get to know them. And luckily, I got to know Dick pretty well. Of course, Josh, you remember when we first talked about this, Dick didn't want anything to do with being a sculptor at the University of Illinois. He said, "If you can't do the whole damn team, I don't want to be part of it." But luckily, Josh persevered and talked him into it, and Dick relented, and we ended up doing a nice piece of sculpture of Dick, and it was a lot of fun to get to know him. But anyway, with the back to my speech, I hope my work serves as a reminder of the power and the perseverance and the importance of staying true to one's vision. The path to achievement is rarely straightforward, and with the dedication and support, dreams can come true. Thank God my secretary wrote this. What? I bet your secretary writes stuff for you. I want to express my sincere appreciation to the University of Illinois, and it's a distinguished honor and a privilege to be recognized by an institution that holds such a special place in my heart. I'm proud to be part of the legacy of excellence and creativity that continues to this day at the university, and I'm serious about that one. But my family and I thank you for this incredible award. I look forward to continuing with my work with the same passion I learned here at the university. And as my generation was fond of saying, peace, love, thank you, and God bless the University of Illinois.
I'm next, right?
You're
Well, I would be remiss if I didn't say again, thank you, George, for giving us not only lasting monuments, but a bit of insight into your humor was really gratifying, and we appreciate you sharing that unique honor with us this evening. Our final achievement award recipient is Mary so I can see. Mary Schubauer-Berigan, who received her Bachelor's of Science from the College of Liberal Arts and Sciences in 1987. Mary has achieved international distinction in her 4-decade career as a cancer epidemiologist, specializing in occupational and environmental carcinogens. Mary has spent the last 5 years in the World Health Organization in Liay, France, and as a senior epidemiologist at the International Agency for Research on Cancer. There, she served as the deputy head of the Evidence Synthesis and Classification Branch. She is also the first woman to head the IARC Monographs Program, the primary source for identifying preventable causes of human cancer. At the program, yes, let's give her a round of applause. At the program, she manages a staff of 16. Under her leadership, IARC has received multi-million-dollar research grants from the National Cancer Institute. Before joining IARC and WHO, Mary was a senior research epidemiologist at the U.S. National Institute for Occupational Safety and Health. Thanks to Mary's leadership and the Institute developed research tools that are now used by more than 400 scientists from 50 different countries. In recognition of these accomplishments, she was elected a fellow of the American College of Epidemiology in 2012. So Mary, we're so deeply honored to have a chance to spend a little bit of time with you this afternoon, and so deeply honored to present you with this well-deserved award. Mary, please join us on stage.
Well, first of all, I think I have the honor of being the last speaker of the evening, at least among the award recipients. So can we please have another round of applause for all the fantastic awardees this evening? I don't know about you, but I've been left very emotional and really inspired by so many of the words that we've heard tonight. First, I'd like to thank so much the University of Illinois Alumni Association for this incredible honor. Little could I have imagined when I first set foot on this campus 41 years ago this fall that I would be standing before you tonight as a recipient of this award. I've traveled a very long distance to be with you tonight, all the way from Lyon, France, where I lead a program at the International Agency for Research on Cancer, IARC. This is part of the World Health Organization. The work that I do there is the culmination of a long path that began right here 41 years ago. As Chancellor Jones noted, I lead the IARC Monographs program, which is known worldwide as the WHO's Encyclopedia of Carcinogens. 3 times per year, over the last 53 years, we have brought together the world's leading experts to deliberate on the causes of cancer. As noted, I'm the first woman to lead this important program and the third American, and the program is a linchpin of cancer prevention worldwide. So many of the things that we know today cause cancer were first discovered at the very institute that I'm leading now. In my career as an occupational epidemiologist, I've traveled the United States conducting research to understand the causes of cancer in the workplace. So many of the everyday skills that I use began from my education in the College of Liberal Arts and Sciences, which have emphasized both learning and labor, the need for hard work, collaboration, intellectual curiosity, the valuing of diversity, and a wide breadth of knowledge across a range of disciplines from physics, calculus, biostatistics, and chemistry to population biology, sociology, and psychology. The critical thinking skills reinforced by a well-rounded education in the College of Liberal Arts and Sciences have been essential to my professional success. I'm so grateful for the support of my family, including my husband, Joe, who couldn't be here. He's back in the Alps watching our Australian Shepherd dog. But my dad, Chuck, who's here with us tonight, thank you for coming and for all of your support throughout my entire life. Thank you to my mom, who's no longer with us, but just out on the patio this evening, my dad showed me a photo that he brought with him today. She's with us. Thank you, Mom. Thank you so much to my sister and fellow alumna, Patty Young, who nominated me for this award, and to all my other siblings, their spouses, my nieces and nephews, many of whom are with us tonight as well. I especially thank our alma mater, our bounteous mother, for all the gifts she has given me, and thank you.
Thank you so much, Chancellor Jones. And I would ask us to give another round of applause for all of our award winners this evening. Now I would ask for all of you to help us to close the evening as only Illinois can, and that is by singing our alma mater. I'm going to ask that the following folks join me on stage because you don't want to hear just my voice up here. So Chancellor Jones is going to accompany me, but if I could also ask Nathan Gunn, Amy Barkelman, and Lou Liay to join us, and we're going to put the words up on the screen for everybody here in just a moment. Thank you all so much. Happy homecoming. We look forward to seeing you all week long, and go Illini.